COVID advertising. Let's talk about it. The straw that broke the camel's back. Good day. I've been staying away from the internet. That's another story. And today I clicked into Facebook against my better judgment. And up comes an advertisement. Mike, you can add a COVID vaccine to your profile picture. And I'm thinking, when did, are we that stupid? Are we, ask the question, are we that stupid? Okay? That are we that stupid? And apparently the answer is maybe. Maybe. I pulled over so I don't vent and drive. I'm getting ready to go into Publix. I'm seeing people come out of Publix dressed really nice. It's a Saturday, and they still got their dog muzzles on their face after all this time. With Senate bodies arguing and grilling Fauci for using taxpayer money to fund man-made viruses that were done in 11 states here and subsequently moved to Wuhan, China. Facts. Read Dr. Lynn Horowitz's book, Emerging Viruses. It was written a while ago, okay? And you will see all you need to see about man-made viruses and biological warfare committed against U.S. citizens here and people around the world. Or don't read. I don't know what to tell you. No, I'm not adding a COVID profile thingamajig to my profile picture. I really am, a cunt here away from deleting social media in general. And social media, there's not a lot of smart things going on social media. And that's another thing that broke the straw on the camel's back. I spend a little time observing what people are actually talking about. Now, I will not do TikTok. I just can't do it. I can't do it. But what I've run into in the YouTube algorithms are, viral TikTok videos to see what's actually on people's mind and how they're spending their time. Kids, I expect to be kids. I did a lot of crazy shit when I was a kid and a young adult, and as an adult, for that matter. So I am seeing people my age on TikTok doing some crazy stuff. You can't handle this subject matter. Now, I got a buddy named Al, and he will probably see this. I will not say where I know Al from. I think it's enough that I just give him the credit for this. He says, Mike, you might be a good idea to change your delivery. What are you talking about, Al? Well, I observe how you present your information on YouTube. But when you and I are together, you present the information a totally different way. You can already see the change in the energy. I don't want to necessarily be a comedian. Shit, it's not funny to me. This is serious. And it goes from being serious to scary. I'm like, sometimes you feel like you're talking to yourself. And within the last 3 or 4 months, it felt like, I'm talking to people who are not listening. So I got frustrated a couple of weeks ago and did a video, and the phone storage ran out, so the video cut off. I was like, well, damn it, now I got to do the video over. Nope, posted it as is, left right in the middle of the thought, and got a comment from a subscriber who I appreciate. I believe it's Storm. If I messed that up and you know who you are, correct me in the comments. Storm says, where's the rest of the video? I'm like, okay, apparently one person's listening. And if one person's listening, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. You've been duped. You've been bamboozled. You've been run amok, led astray. You just have. You've been bombarded with information, bombarded with divide and conquer. All divide and conquer taxes are on, all divide and conquer tactics are on display now. Black versus white, police versus citizen, male versus female, young versus old, gender versus new genders, pronoun wars. Listen, left versus right, which is an old war, but they're two wings of the same bird. My gosh, I just want to shake you. I just want to shake you. Wake up. I want to shake you. And I ain't talking about woke. Woke versus, sheeple is herd immunity. My gosh, you're still falling for it. And the YouTube algorithms are suspiciously sending me information that I'm viewing and not really wanting to talk about. I'm viewing, I'm learning, I'm double checking, I'm checking alternate sources of information as a result of getting new information, and I'm like, whoa, why is the YouTube algorithms feeding me this information? Not talking about it. My gosh. It does lead me to an interesting, not conclusion, question. If we are all eternal spirits having the experience of being human, there have been different densities of life that exist now and in the past, and past, present, future, or one moment viewed from a particular perspective like a giant crystal. Another video. What's the point? What's the point of giving anybody any information if we all have the ability to tap into infinite information? We come here and forget on purpose for the fresh perspective? I don't know. Maybe Abraham Hicks was right. Maybe Bashar was right. Not sure. The air quality today. The density of the air is different than it was during the time of Atlantis in Lemuria. It's different. The densities of what you call life were different. What we describe as physical during those times is not accurate for today. There were so many bigger conversations I want to have and want to talk about. Intelligence can be found in it everywhere if you're able to be still and observe it. Levels to communication. So many different things I want to get into. Mud Fossil University. I got a whole section devoted to Mud Fossils University. If you've never heard that before, check it out. It's in my playlist. These are things I want to talk about. So I start on the small stuff and build it up. Al says, Mike, listen, man. No. You're in Basketball Housewives Central. Right? The level of conversation that they're talking about is not the level of conversation you're talking about. And the only way to reach them is to present it in a way that gets their attention. And talking about it educationally, from an educational disposition, may not be the best way to reach him. He said, I get it. He said, but I get it only because I'm around you enough to get it, go away, let it sink in, come back, ask questions, get it some more. I'm thinking, maybe he's onto something. I don't want to be an internet clown. That's not what he's telling me to be. I'm not sure he didn't use the word dumb it down. He didn't use that. I don't think that I talk like Stephen A. or Mama seasoning. put a little Kwame on you, Stephen A. We ain't forgot about your bitch ass. I didn't think I was doing the Stephen A. big word thing, or the Jesse Jackson making up word thing. Jesse Jackson, fuck you too. Okay. Oh my God! Why? Where did that gut punch come from? Spirit. I'm not ignoring my. I'm not ignoring spirit. Spirit. Listen, when spirit speaks to you, when your higher self speaks to you, it ain't the English language. Okay. It's a vibrational, symbolic language, interpreted by your organs, particularly your liver, your kidneys. That's another video. So many subjects I want to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about it with people who are walking around with dog muzzles on their face, who don't know what a virus is, don't know what the purpose of a virus is, and refuse to learn anything new. My gosh. Ask questions. Ask a question, I'll answer it. Well, I don't know everything. Everything that I learn leads me to 3 new questions. My gosh, it's an exciting trip. But I find that it pulls me further away from, social groups. It just does. It's challenging. It's challenging. I don't want to do the divide and conquer thing anymore. So miss me with what they did to this person, or what they did to that person, or the black-white thing, or again, miss me with all of that. Miss me with all that. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. It's just a distraction. It is a distraction. There's more things to talk about. Harvey Dent. He disappeared for a while from my algorithm. For a while, I couldn't find him at all. And he popped up early this morning. Glad to see you okay, bro. My gosh. There are people who have come out and told you things that maybe certain groups didn't want told. And those people have disappeared. Later, when I'm done doing some running around, I'll add the links of people who are still online, whose videos have been suppressed, who've been knocked off, that are here. And I'll let them tell you, we don't give them their flowers when they're alive. And in many cases, we haven't given their flowers when they were taken out. Nothing to see here. Let's keep twerking in public restaurants. My gosh. There's a troll website that found my algorithm, and I wish it had not have. I spent too much time looking at what was going on, what this troll website was presenting. It's sort of like WorldStar. In 2018, 2019, leading up to the pandemic. And you know what? I gotta say, listen. I don't want to say, I sure enough don't want to say this on camera. What I saw in 2018, from 2018 to 2019, and I've seen a lot of videos. Nothing I saw shocked me, but the amount of what's out there, the silly fuckery that's out there, the fighting over dumb shit, the mistreatment of women, the mistreatment of men, the ratchetness, the ignorance that's out there. Listen, I don't want to say this, but it made me more sympathetic to population reduction. It just did. It did. Example, I watched a video amongst many videos. Of a woman at a gas station getting robbed, holding on to her purse and just fighting to keep her purse, and and winds up getting ran over, rear-ended. I mean, the people who were trying to take her purse and get away wind up hitting her with their car to take a purse that may have a couple of green pieces of paper in it that used to be a tree. Let that settle. Let that sit for a second. Used to be a tree. paper. It's a tree. High value this versus low value that, and Henry's, and I listen, the talk is, listen, the definition of a high value man changes overnight when the country collapses. And if you would not be, but if you were ever interested in researching what was the triggering points of a country crumbling, all of this pronoun war stuff that's going on, and men pretending to be women and women pretending to be men, and all this stuff that's going on now, it's a big sign of a country getting ready to collapse. It's Greece, Rome. Go back. The research is there. These are the conversations I want to have, but I can't. If you don't speak loud enough, I don't understand what you're saying because I can't read your lips, which is part of the communication progress because you're wearing a muzzle. My gosh. I guess I said all this to say that don't be surprised if I do the Michael Jackson moonwalk. On all of this. Because in the end, if we end up saying something that a group doesn't want out there, we wind up missing, and you keep twerking in restaurants. You keep talking about the same nonsense you're talking about. And nothing has changed. Nobody's coming together. People are voluntarily getting that jab in that arm and wondering why they popping and locking. I got stuff to do. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good day.